You will probably be feeling right now like you have to compare yourself to what everyone else is doing. You have to compare yourself in the online space to maybe your friends and family, to maybe your colleagues. You will be comparing yourself to everyone and thinking you need to do the same. Let's face it doesn't feel good. Comparison, as they say, is a thief of all joy. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 3 biggest mistakes that I have ever made on this topic that had such a detrimental effect on my confidence, my mindset, my overall well-being, and in turn held me back from so many different things. I want to be brutally honest and vulnerable in what I'm sharing with you so that you don't make the same mistakes too. My biggest mistake has got to be feeling like I need to be a professional in order to be taken seriously. How many times have you felt like you need to be suited and booted, you need to sit with really good posture, you need to say things in a certain way, you need to have mannerisms, you need to be a particular persona in order to stand out and fit in? Well, I believed that was the case, and it took me so long to realise that actually I don't have to be this professional version of myself that I felt like I had to be. So what did it do? Well, it had such a knock-on effect on my confidence. It really made me feel to my absolute core that I just wasn't good enough as I am. I felt like I have to be professional to be taken seriously, and I would not describe myself as somebody who is professional in the capacity or in the way that I deemed that to be the case. So I wasn't really putting myself out there, I wasn't really being too visible, I wasn't talking about the things that I really wanted to talk about because I felt like it would be deemed not professional. I basically ended up changing the way that I would dress, the way that I would do my hair, the way that I do my makeup, the way that I would speak, what I would talk about, how, when, all of that stuff, because I felt like I had to be professional. Now, the reason I keep going like that for professional is because that's just something that I have believed through different experiences and different situations, but you really can be how you want to be, and this is not something that I always knew. I didn't realise that actually just be yourself and that is enough. I really felt like just being myself wasn't enough. But that is my biggest mistake. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever felt like you're just not professional enough? My second biggest mistake that I believe to be true to my absolute core is that as an introvert, you might not believe I am one. I have been told before that that's probably not the case, but I am. As an introvert, I believed I couldn't feel confident on camera. I couldn't be confident on camera. And I just had like this view and this perception that as soon as I started talking on camera or in person, people would know that I wasn't confident. People would know that I was an introvert and automatically put introvert and lack of confidence together, and somehow they wouldn't want to hear what I've got to say. But it's so not true. It's so not true. I know so many introverts that love speaking on video. I'm one. I'm speaking on video and hopefully you're enjoying it. By the way, please let me know if you're enjoying it. Click that like button and let me know if you're enjoying this so far. I know so many people that as an extrovert, they don't want to do video, not out of fear or doubt or anxiety. They just don't want to do it. And we're coming on to this point a bit later. And instead what they've done is they've written books, they have started a podcast and used their voice that way. So when we think about introvert and extrovert, don't see it that introverts are shy and quiet and timid. Some people I know who are introverts, they do prefer to be behind the camera, you know, behind the scenes, and that is what works for them. It's not to say that they should or they shouldn't, it's what works for them. And I also, like I said, know extroverts who are not on camera, who are not that excited persona that we perceive extroverts to be. So that was my second biggest mistake, believing that as an introvert, I couldn't feel confident and I couldn't be confident on camera. Let me know in the comments, do you perceive yourself to be an introvert or an extrovert? And honestly, I have left the best one for last. This mistake took me nearly 5 years to figure out that I was actually doing it in the first place. My third biggest mistake that I have ever made is believing to my absolute core that I need to be like the people I look up to. How many people do you look up to online and you think, oh, they just seem to have it all figured out, they've got it all sussed, they seem to be really confident, they seem to be really successful and just completely smashing it, and they probably are, which is amazing. I literally took everything that I perceived them to do, I took that and believed I should be doing the same. So when I first started my business, I was a mindset coach. I've changed how I'm doing it now, but I was a mindset coach when I started. And I followed other mindset coaches because I was working with them, they were my coaches and mentors, and everything that they advised me to do or everything that they told me they had done, I was like, okay, I need to do the same. So you've got somebody with 0 income, 0 followers, 0 subscribers, 0 programs, 0 offers, literally starting from scratch, trying to mirror exactly what somebody with probably, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers or 100,000 followers, income, clients in the bag, all of that stuff. The two just don't work together, do they? The two just don't work together. And like I said, it took me nearly 5 years to figure out this is what I was doing. So if you look at all the things that you're doing right now, can you, hand on your heart, can you say everything you're doing is because it was your choice to do so? Everything that you're doing now, you're doing it because it was your decision. Really have that reflection time. In one of my recent videos, which I will pin to the top of this screen, I created a video talking all about reflection journaling. This is something that I highly recommend, and we can do it on a regular basis. Ask yourself some questions, talk about what you are doing, ask yourself how it feels. When you're doing something that you love, that you're excited about, that you're passionate about, you will be able to feel it in here. You will be able to feel it. So then when you're going to do some work on that vision, you will be more excited to do it than if you're doing something because you feel like you have to do it. How many times have you started a task or a job with the words, I should do this, I should be doing this, I should be recording that video, I should be organising that event, I should be writing a chapter on my book? How many times have you started a task with the words, I should? How does that feel? It doesn't feel great, does it? And you know what? People watching you or reading your content or listening to what you've got to say, they will be able to sense it. When you're doing something you love, not only can you feel it, but so can the people who are watching you, who are listening to you. It really makes such a difference. So whether you're doing something you love, you'll know and they'll know. When you're doing something you don't really want to do, honestly, not only will you know, but your audience will know too. So let me know in the comments, does that resonate with you? So those are my 3 biggest mistakes that I have ever made since starting this whole journey. I really hope that you enjoyed them, and I hope that you have been able to resonate with this. If there are points that I've mentioned that you feel like you're going through it right now, know that you're not alone. I'm here to help you. And if there's anything that you would like me to cover on this channel for you, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely make sure that I create a video around that for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have and you haven't liked this video already, please like it, because that is how I can really tell if this is the content that you like me to produce. And if you know of anybody who you think this video would really benefit, then please feel free to share this with them. For now, I will love you and leave you and say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for all of your engagement in the comments below. I can't wait to connect with you there more, and I will see you in the next video.